Okay, go ahead. So, what's your name?
Scott Sims.
And do you have a performance stage name? A stage name?
My name is actually Roger Simmons. My middle name is Scott. Shorten it up. It's a short, sweet Scott Sims.
And what made you actually want to get started in Christian hip hop and not in like try to go mainstream?
Man, one of the things that I realized is that there's a whole lot of talent. There are a lot of amazing singers. There are a lot of people who are really good at the craft. I don't think I'm the greatest singer. Obviously not the greatest rapper. I think it's the anointing that makes a difference for whatever platform God has for you. And I've never really found an interest in music outside of God being glorified. Music is a powerful thing. I think that's why, Satan infiltrates mainstream so much. That used to be his job. He was a leader of worship. And so music still has just as much of an impact. And I don't want to be on the wrong side of that. I want to honor God and honor people.
And what age was it about you decided to get into the Christian rap scene?
So, officially about 3 years ago, I've always been a fan of the craft, the CHAs. I had a lot of heroes, D-Mob, Hilldrum, Craze, Flames, the Truth. So I've always had a love for it, but I didn't really, until God almost explicitly told me it's out of me, I'm telling you, to go ahead and kickstart it. I was working my last job, I was doing dirt shift at Target, and I was really sick at the time. And working one of the aisles, busting open boxes, stocking the shelves. And I don't know if it was just because I was just really out of it, but it was a vision, it was as clear as day. And I just seeing myself singing on the stage, and it was like a really dope song. I had no idea, couldn't remember it till the words. It was like that confirmation. I was just like, this is what I should be doing. I saved up my last check, bought some equipment, boom. Here we are 3 years later.
And out of all the people you perform with, who is like your most, who do you draw your most inspiration from?
The ones I performed with, honestly, I'd say K Drummer. He was what introduced me to Christian rap. Just getting his heart, his passion and his love for God. He puts it all out there. He's really transparent. You get the full story every time. It's nothing superficial. It's not entertainment. It's mental, and it rubbed off a lot on me. Like it was infectious. And so I knew when I would start to do it, I wanted to do it that way. Even if I had my own style, I wanted to get that out there.
And I know Jeremy Camp has a Christian music summer camp coming, and he's bringing in a lot of different artists. And one of the people he's bringing in is for a rap hip hop thing he's doing, and he's bringing in KJ52. A lot of people in the secular realm have heard KJ52 because of Slim Shady or Eminem, and there's a lot of dirt and dogging that goes on in the secular realm where they want to bash on Christian artists. Why do you think there's so much hatred between the Christian realm and the secular realm when it comes to the music industry?
I think the truth really put it in perspective for me on that subject. The thing is with mainstream hip-hop, it's a lot of self-gratification. The whole point to them is I have to be the guy. So I have to lift myself up. I have to most importantly, I have to become that guy that surpasses everybody else. It's all about lifting up self. And an authentic CHH person is going to glorify God and die to himself and, defer the attention from him. Even though he's good at his craft, the glory is supposed to go to God. And so there's such a contrast there when it's like, no, it's about me. If I'm promoting self and I'm listening and I hear music that's telling me, oh, it's not about you, it's about giving the glory to somebody else, it's going to conflict with everything that I stand for. And so if you're telling me something that's completely opposite and contrary to what it is that I'm walking in, there's going to be some resistance, there's going to be a fight. And so it's just a matter of core values. So we lift up God, we lift up themselves. That's always going to be our own battle unless one side is converted to the other.
Okay, and for the kids that are out there right now that are listening to artists like Slim Shady or any like Kanye or any of these other artists, and these artists who talk about nothing more than sex, drugs, and profanity and the bashing of women's names, what would you say to them to try to convert them away from that music to more of a wholesome music?
So I think that traces back to a heart thing. It's one of those things where you have to really self-reflect. I've heard a lot of people tell me, oh, I don't listen to it for the content, I listen because the beats are good. But even though the beats are good, you're still being fed whatever the message of that song is. So it's really a heart thing. I would encourage people, and this might be like kind of out there, I would encourage the person who's still listening to stuff like that really pushes and promotes that type of message, to sit down one day and listen to a song for the substance that it has. And as you're listening to these lyrics that are being fed to you, sit down and really reflect and say to yourself, is this what I'm really about? Is this what I want to be pushed onto people who are like me, who are dealing with certain things? Like, how does this help me? What is this making me become? And really reflect. And then I would encourage other Christian artists to continue to put out quality music, because regardless of what the message is, after you get past the heart issue, there's still the point of quality. We can't put out, for lack of better words, corny music or less than quality music. The industry people, they have industry production, they have industry sound. It's crisp, it's clear, it's clean, it's good production. We have to continue to push as far as the sound. Mainstream has the standard. So we have to give a mainstream excellence in our craft with a completely selfless heart, and really, push the point of listening to the substances in the music. So definitely self-reflect and actually listen to what you're listening to.
Now me, I got into Christian music when I was about 16 years old. To me, like, church music was all the hymns and gospels and old-fashioned folk music that they would sing on Sunday mornings by, everybody will open up your hymnal and go to this one. Now, when I first started into the music industry, some of the first artists I heard was The Truth, T-Bone, Skillet, Cutlass, guys like that. And they influenced me a lot and gave me some music that I could listen to get away from the stuff that I had heard. Now, is it something that, like, kids should be more open to listen to? Not just because, oh, well, they hear the word Christian and they turn away from it. Should they be just open up their minds and their hearts just a little bit more to give it a shot and listen to it?
I think that's just it. Everybody has a preference. When you're used to something good, you hear the statement, if it's not broken, fix it. So if you're used to getting the quality of what you like and whatever you're listening to, it's kind of going to be hard to get people to, give it a chance. I think the goal is doing stuff like this. You invite somebody, say, hey, I'm going to this concert. A concert, you get out the house. You bring them to events like this, and they listen. It's like, oh, I'm at a dope place. The music sounds great. These guys are cool. And then you realize, wait, he's talking about something different. And then boom, it's not I'm not coming to listen to some Christian rapper. When you go and you go to these concerts and it's in these environments that are similar to, what mainstream artists are doing, and it's done in excellence, people will give it a shot, because at that point you're already like, either the music was good or not. And so we have to create opportunities for people to be able to check it out without it being spoon-fed or forced, because there's always going to be a bias when it's something that's recommended. It's like a good TV show. Hey, check out this show. No, I like this type of show. No, check it out. You will like it, as opposed to just you invite somebody over and you just happen to be watching something and they catch a few minutes and it's like, oh, I kind of like this. What is this? Boom. Then you've got to think. So I think it's really about creating those opportunities for them to hear, as opposed to just suggesting something.
Now, there's bands like I mentioned before, Skillet, Cutlass, T-Bone, POD. These are all Christian artists who have actually gone on tour with mainstream artists who've opened up for these guys. And sometimes they've opened up to cheers, other times they've opened up to boos. Now, do you think that by these Christian bands going on tour with these mainstream secular bands, that could hurt their following in the fan base?